Hello, students and staff of Mammoth Heights Elementary. My name is Mr. Holtvluwer. You know me as Mr. H. I have a very special co-host with me today. She's in 5th grade in Miss Hall's class. Please say hello to London. Say hi, London.
Hi.
Well, London, today is Thursday, February 18, 2021, and this is Good Morning, Mammoth Heights. Nice job. Well, let's begin our morning with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise and recite the pledge with us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Okay, so, London, let's get our morning started with our lunch choices for today. Today, your lunch choices are the taco beef quesadilla or the bistro box, which features the
ham and cheese croissant.
Ooh, ham and cheese croissant. Your lunch choices for tomorrow will be the Southwest cheesy pull-apart bread, cheese tortellini with meatballs and marinara, and the triple chocolate filled cookie. Oh, that sounds delicious. All right. Well, let's now move on to our second step lesson of the week. And London, this week we're looking at that E, and that has 2 words. Want to help me hold it up? You gotta help me hold the words. Explore consequences. Explore consequences. The E in our second step, problem-solving step, stands for explore the consequences. A consequence is something that might happen if you choose to do one of our solutions. A consequence can be a positive or negative. Exploring consequences help us pick up the best solution for our problem. This week, remember to ask yourself, if I did this solution, then what might happen? I hope you practice exploring those consequences today, throughout the school year, and of course throughout the rest of your life. Now, London, as you know, February is African American Black History Month here in our country, and we are celebrating African American heroes throughout the month of February. And we have chosen Bessie Coleman to talk about on today's show. So, London, tell us a little bit more about Bessie Coleman.
The skies had never seen a pilot like Bessie Coleman before. She was the first African American woman to obtain an
international
pilot license, soaring to new heights that black people in the United States had never reached before. But as a black woman in the 1920s, she faced many obstacles because of her race and gender. She would say that the air is only place for free from prejudice.
Coleman was born in Atlanta, Texas on January 26, 1892. She was the 10th of 13 children in her family. Can you imagine that? 13 brothers and sisters?
She eventually moved to Chicago, Illinois in 1915 and worked in the barber shop painting fingernails. When her brother John returned from fighting in France during World War
I. I know, it's so hard to say.
He told stories of the freedom that women overseas enjoyed. They could be pilots, he said. That sparkled Bessie new dream to be a pilot.
So she heard about those stories in Europe about how women could be pilots, and she's like, I want to be a pilot too. All right. She saved up money and applied to U.S. flight schools, but every school rejected her because she was black and a woman. But finally, Robert Abbott, a publisher of an African-American newspaper, called the Chicago Defender, suggesting she try school in France. So when she returned to the United States in 1922, she was an aerial acrobat, so she could take the plane and make it do really exciting things in the sky. She could do loops, barrel rolls, and figure eights in her plane. Can you imagine that?
She died in another plane accident caused by a loose went logging into the engine's controls, but her courageous feats of flight have inspired a fleet of black women pilots who came after her and journeyed to the sky.
Nice reading. That's cool. That's a little more about Bessie Coleman. And as we were reading that, London, I'm showing pictures of all of her accomplishments and how she was able to tackle the challenge of becoming a pilot in the United States and then opening up that dream for many other women. And all right, well, let's now move on to our birthdays for today. Happy birthday today to Hayden Green and our very own 6th grade teacher, Mr. Swenson. Happy birthday to you too. All right, for our announcements, beginning band practice after school today and student council meeting is Friday morning. All right. Well, boys and girls, that concludes our show for today. Thanks so much for joining me on the co-hosting and reading all the things I asked you to read. You did a great job. Thank you so much. That concludes our show for today. I hope you all continue to be a positive ambassador for Mammoth Heights Elementary, exhibit leadership through our energy-based principles, and demonstrate a love of learning each and every day. And London, remember to
Dream, strive, become.
That's the Mammoth way. Hey, London, how you feeling today? Because I feel great. Yes. All right, let's say goodbye, London. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye. Elbow bump. Yes.